Ex-Patriot Star calls out Jerod Mayo. Two-time champion Christian Fauria has some words for the new head coach. Things are continuing to be chaotic in New England, and we're going to break it down here on Patriots Digest with your host, Keenan Warner. And guys, through all the turmoil, we need to stick together as a community. This community is starting from the ground up and building. Hit that subscribe button so you guys can get all the daily content and we can have something in New England that seems to be stable, because right now things don't seem to be. Former Patriots star sends warning shot to Jerod Mayo amid rumors. Mayo possibly losing some of the locker room already have emerged before replacing Jacoby Brissett for Drake Maye as the quarterback of the future, of course, which I don't think that people would be very all that much upset about, but that happened. But 1-6. We all saw the comments that Jerod Mayo made. We all saw this. Soft football team across the board. And as that's not a great look and not great to say, Christian Fauria had some words about that. He initially said, "It's such a disaster when you resort to that, whether he meant to say it or not." He goes on to say, instead of calling his team soft and then having to walk it back, I wish he would have said, "I'm soft, I'm an idiot, I'm stupid, I need to be better. Those guys are doing their all and I'm not putting them in a position to win." Very strong words coming from the two-time champion Christian Fauria, who was a very big piece because Brady needed that security blanket, and that's what he was, which then turned into Benjamin Watson, which of course then turned into superstar Rob Gronkowski. Aaron Hernandez things, but yeah. So the tight end position's always been big for Brady, so he is someone that can speak on not having a championship pedigree that he does. But moving on from that, Mayo might need a win in the worst way here coming up with the way that they have been talking about him and the way that just the whole Patriot Nation just seems to be in flux. Fans are calling for his job. That Jags loss truly did something, because we'll go through it in a moment, but that Jags loss truly did something. We all knew coming into this year that it was supposed to be a multi-year rebuild, but we wanted to see some continuity, some consistency. We wanted to see some energy from this roster in a way that the Bill Belichick last year's team did not have. Last year felt like such an odd year. You didn't even, as a Patriots fan, want to tune in. This year, you wanted to tune in to see a couple things. Drake Maye is going to continue to have Patriots fans tuning in and at least wanting to see his development, which is a good thing. And the other was to see how Jerod Mayo can actually have this team. Can he have this team well-rounded, or what's going on there? And you thought from week one that maybe it might be that, but unfortunately, it hasn't been. Fauria also said, "I have no idea what's going to come out of his mouth. You don't owe the media anything. I'd be more vague. Stop telling the truth." And to be honest with you, that's worked for us in the past. On to Cincinnati. Bill Belichick and his... Yeah, I think we went out there and we played a pretty good game. And moving forward, we're just going to have to do the same. Bill, do you have anything else that you would want to say? I just think that we have done an okay job and we need to be better. Bill, what did you do in the loss today? What was going on? I think we just needed to play better. That was it. That was all Bill Belichick and all he said. And then Tom Brady was like, "Yeah, we just got to play complementary football out there. Starts with me, always starts with me, and then goes from there. I didn't do my best part to put the guys in position, so that's on me, and I will move forward." I just don't understand. I understand you want to be a little bit different. You don't want to be robotic, but at the same time, never had this media problem, even when there was losing times in New England prior. But, it's a new regime, it's a new time. That's what we got now. To see what we have on the season here, 1-6. We haven't scored 100 points yet. We're 14 points a game. That's 30th or 32nd. We 175 points allowed. We allowed 25 a game, which is 23rd. 25 is actually not terrible. And the thing that we know is the defense has never been actually terrible. It's always been just an offensive thing. 25 points a game when we put the team in plus territory and things like that, that's actually not bad. If we had a good offense, that might be down to 20, and that'd be a very good defense. The defense has not been an issue at all this season. Here's the first 7 games of the season. Again, the win over the Bengals, overtime loss to the Seahawks, 24-3 loss to the Jets, 30-13 to the 49ers, 15-10 to the Dolphins. Then the Texans and the Jags the last couple weeks have put some points up on us. Texans got the ball in plus territory multiple times. Obviously, the defense only allowed 25 because special teams, another area where we were always better than everybody else was special teams. And that has not been the case over the last few years, and the Jags brought one back on us. They showed why their special teams was doing well there. And then moving forward, for the next 7 games, or 8-9 games, we've got the Jets. They're 2-5. They're not great. That is a winnable game, especially since it's at home. The Tennessee Titans. One of those 2 games needs to be a W. Preferably, it would be lovely to beat the Jets. Listen, I don't know about the rest of you guys, but the Dolphins are always the team you're scared of, especially the late Dolphins game that's always in November, as we even see here. That's at Miami. Cold weather going to warm weather. That was always a trap game, even though we knew it was coming. Always a game that gave us problems. But Miami's always been a formidable opponent that I haven't hated. Had never hated Miami. They were just the Bills just felt like the little brother. We just sunned the Bills. It didn't matter. Obviously now it's different because they're big. It's like the little brother got big and big brother just got old and slow. But we used to always be the little brother to the Bills where they're like, oh yeah, they're fine. They're a tough team, but I never hated them. Jets hated. Never liked the Jets at all. Mark Sanchez Days, never liked him. Rex Ryan, never liked him. Just never cared for the Jets. Patriots fans do not like the Jets. Fans don't like the Patriots. We just don't like each other. It's fine. I'd love to beat the Jets. Love to beat the Jets. That would be great. The Tennessee Titans, that's a very beatable team with Mason Rudolph or Will Levis at the helm. Doesn't make a difference. Both teams don't really have a great offense, and defensively they're not. And DeAndre Hopkins just got moved from Tennessee, so even then that's one less position or one less skill position guy that they've got there. So yeah, then the Bears, that's going to be a tough one. But the Rams, depending on who they have back, they should have Kupp and Puka by that point, so that's going to be a tougher game. The Dolphins should have Tua, that's going to be tougher. But you've got the Cardinals on there. The Chargers, depending on what Chargers team you get, that's okay. The Colts, if you get Anthony Richardson, he should throw you 2. There are a few winnable games here is basically what I'm getting at. And if we go 1-16, even though it's one season, Mayo, you might have to go. We are in a rebuild mode. Let's see what he is, but 3-14, I'm fine with. 4-13, if we get to 5 wins, I'm ecstatic. That's what I said before the season. I just wanted some competent play. But 1-16, I'm not sure gets the job done, and especially when you already have locker room divided, people calling for jobs, not respect. I don't know really what's going on in New England. Things seem to be taking a turn for the worse. But you know what? We get a win against the Jets, and a lot of this noise is quiet. Drake Maye, we're looking at you, buddy. We didn't have you in the first game against the Jets. We got you now. The Jets have Devontae Adams. The Jets have Garrett Wilson and all these pieces here. This is on you, buddy. Go show why you are the future of this organization and go get a win. Jerod Mayo needs it because Christian Fauria said the words he said, and he's not really wrong. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about what Christian Fauria said about Jerod Mayo. Do you think the Patriots can get a couple more wins here, or what you think of this season? What do you think should happen with this New England Patriots roster? But this has been Keenan Warner. This has been Patriots Digest. I appreciate all of you guys, and I will see you guys very soon.